If you ever wanted to get into flipping houses, I'm sure you've heard all of the great things. You can make $60,000 minimum and up. Right, you can take this old ugly house that you can buy for extremely cheap, turn it into something, you know, new, and then get featured on HGTV just because you did it and it was like an amazing project. All of those things are great and you can do that, but it definitely comes with them huge downsides. Downsides that most people don't talk about, that's typically trying to sell you a course. And today I want to go over the 3 downsides of fixing and flipping houses. What's up guys, it's your boy Sawan Belcher. This is me taking action, full-time real estate investor here in the area. And welcome to the This Is Me Taking Action YouTube channel, where we talk about how to make as much money as possible during a 30-day period of time while you cherry pick the very best houses for yourself. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I love house flipping, buying it, okay, rehabbing it, and then putting it on the MLS and then selling it for the highest price possible because it's so darn pretty. But it really has some big downsides to it. And I think for most beginners, you know, even before you get started, I think it's good to know these so that way you can expect them and then turn around and be able to have a solution for them. Now, if you wait until the end of the video, I'm actually gonna share with you how we're flipping this house and how it kind of solves all of these problems that you're gonna run into. Now, the first big problem that you're gonna run into is your timeline. Okay, most people are not considering this because in a flip, you're gonna have a timeline, a huge one. Matter of fact, because you're not getting paid when you acquire the property. You're not getting paid until you sell it. So, of course, you need to get done as quick as possible. Now, because you need to get it done as quick as possible, your loan that you get is gonna penalize you for taking longer than you should. Okay, now a lot of you guys are using hard money. Some of you guys are doing like myself and using private money. Private money, in my opinion, is way better for this, but hard money is a lot easier to get. But let me tell you about some of the things inside of your timeline that you'll be concerned about. Now, hard money will fund 80 to 90% of your deal, including the purchase and the rehab amount. Hard money does not give you your rehab money up front, okay? And so think about this. How are you gonna do a fix and flip? You know you have to rehab it. You know you're not gonna do the work, so you have to hire a contractor to do it, and most great contractors will not just start on a hope and a wish. And that'll be one of the biggest hurdles, because what if a contractor steals your money? What if a contractor doesn't do a great job and the hard money doesn't approve the release? All of these things come into play, and then once you take too long, because your term is 6 months, and then of course your interest rate goes up or you get penalized in some kind of way after it takes 6 months, it completely changes the scope of how much it costs to get that rehab done. Now, the second concern that you're really gonna have, other than just timeline, is also your expenses that come with it. So your expenses are gonna be insurance, because you wanna make sure that you have insurance on your flips. But more importantly, you need to make sure that you have the right kind of insurance. But you're gonna need like builder's risk policies. That way, if somebody falls off your roof, there's like liability attached to it. You know, or if somebody steals your HVAC that you haven't installed yet, you know, then there's, you know, a claim that you can attach to that. But realistically, that insurance is more expensive than most homeowners policy. Like the average homeowners policy for one of my rental properties is typically $600 to $700 a year. But my builder's risk average is typically $1,600 to $2,000. Completely different ball game. But also other holding costs that you're gonna have is electric, because the contractors need electric, water, because the contractors need water to paint and all those good kinds of things, clean up, okay? Your dumpster bill, our dumpsters that we use, we typically get the biggest ones that we can find, and we have to pay $500 for the dumpster, but also $500 a month. So essentially $1,000 to get it. Those dumpsters can fill up really quickly and really become a whole nother line item of expenses that you didn't even know about. Now, the last downside to flipping is now you got Uncle Sam breathing down your back for his share. Now, the beautiful part about having a business is you don't have to pay taxes until after you've gotten your money, right? They'll allow you to get your money first and pay your expenses, but you still got to pay Uncle Sam, right? You're able to make $30, $40, $50,000 in one transaction. So they want you to pay the most amount of taxes because they believe that you're rich because you just made your first $40, $50,000 check. So you're going to have to pay a large capital gains there, okay? Taxes do add up. Now, I want to share with you how I'm flipping this house, because this one is it's a flip, but it's just a little different. Like I said, on the traditional flip, we're buying it, we're fixing up, and we're selling it, and we're trying to do it as quick as possible. I bought it in 2017, and now it's 2023, and now we're going to sell it, okay? Now, the beautiful part about this particular house is we claim this property as our personal property. For government and law with real estate, this opens up, you know, a little different tax break, okay? A little different tax shelter. Because since we use this as our personal property, while we're holding it, we can then deduct the interest and all those kinds of things towards our taxes. But more importantly, for that big capital gains, instead of us paying out 27, 30% of the amount that we made, but instead of us paying that capital gains amount, we use this as a personal house. We've lived here for longer than 2 years. The money that we make from this property is tax-free now, okay? Big deal. Timeline is out the window. You know, timeline is out the window. There's no penalties because I knew that we were going to be doing small things to it. I think we did the roof 2 years ago. We did the kitchen. We did the kitchen 3 years ago. You know, we did the floors right at the same time we did the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? We just did things slowly but surely, just like a little fixer-upper. We took our time with it. You know, I think after 7, 8 years, me and my wife was doing the numbers. So far, I think we put about $43,000 into it. So we've kind of taken our time doing that flip. There's no time restraints on us. Realistically, we got a 30-year mortgage, so we could take as much time as we want, you know? And then also capital gains, there's none here. So the next time you're looking at an opportunity, you know, to flip, especially if it's your first one, think about how you're gonna structure the deal. Do you want to rush and get it done with and make a big boy check? Because you can. Or is this the right deal for you and your family to have a live-in flip? I'm not saying one way is better than the other. I'm just saying we're real estate investors. So we have to do the best exit strategy for every deal so that way we can maximize the return on that one particular deal. So remember, you don't need 3, time, money, and knowledge to do a deal. You just need 2 to do you. Peace, y'all.